What's going on? It's Chris Battagli, and welcome to the first episode of Coffee with Chris. Today I'm going to be reviewing 3 of the finest coffees that the grocery store had to offer. I'm going to be brewing them all at the ratio of 70 grams of coffee to 1 liter of water. So we're going to be brewing half-liter capacities, so 35 grams to half a liter of water. First up, we have Maxwell House's Rich and Dark Roast. Now this tin was actually on sale, so it was only $6.99. Great value. We got Folgers 100% Colombian. It's distinctively rich according to the label, and it is the best part of waking up according to their marketing. Nabob, we have 1896 Tradition, and it's roasted to a medium, and it claims to be balanced, lively, and full of citrus. So today we're going to see if Nabob's respecting the bean. Yeah, these coffees are probably all going to be really bad, but I figured for the first show we'd review coffees that everyone could get their hands on so that you can pick the best of the worst, probably the worst. I don't want to preface it because I don't know yet. These are probably all awful. All of them. They're probably awful. But we're going to see. So, first up, we have Maxwell House's Dark Roast. Rich and dark. I have no tasting notes to go off. I did realize that it looked like it was very burnt. It smelled kind of woody, and like the inside of a sauna with a bunch of sweaty men in it. That's what it smells like. All right. It is black. This is like not the slightest bit transparent. No translucency. All right, I think I'm in for a treat here. Let's give it the first taste here. So it tastes like kind of like charcoal. It has a very interesting, almost like an overcooked mushroom flavor to it. It's tremendously bad. It lingers in your mouth too. It's not just there and gone. It hangs around and like plagues your mouth with its shitty taste. Okay. I think I've had enough of this, but overall the Maxwell House Dark Roast is tremendously bad. It's pretty woody and earthy in the worst ways, and it's has a horrible aftertaste. I think people who are drinking this kind of coffee, you can let me know if I'm wrong, but I'm positive that they're probably drinking this with a tremendous amount of sugar and cream, because this is properly bad on its own. Hopefully, better luck with the Folgers. Alright, so second coffee up is the Folgers 100% Colombian. The best part of waking up. Time to see how probably awful this coffee is. When I pulled it out, once again, extremely dark. Obviously, I couldn't find whole bean versions of these coffees. So the grinds were all very similar, kind of something you'd see for traditional flat bottom, flat filtered pot brewers. So a little too coarse for the V60 here, but we made it work. This one's looking actually slightly more transparent than the Maxwell House. It's looking like you can actually see some light getting through it, which I think is a good sign. This claims to be 100% Colombian, which it probably is. Now, what quality was that Colombian? I don't know. I think I paid $4.99 or $5.99 for this, so probably extremely low. Since this is 10 ounces of coffee for a few dollars. So that's not the price is the only indicator of quality, but that's ridiculously cheap. Not as cheap as my $6.99, almost 2-pound tin of Maxwell House, but ridiculously cheap. So probably a pretty low quality Colombian. But anyways, looked pretty coarse, looked very dark. It actually doesn't smell like much. Yeah, I'm trying to get, let me see if I can get more off of here. Yeah, once again, kind of smells maybe a bit of like chemicals and just really like smells like something's on fire, but not something like nice. Like it's not like smoke from like hickory. It's like smoke from a couch, like something prosthetic is burning, and that's the smell you're getting. So very like chemically, charcoal. Let's see what this tastes like. So interesting, kind of the aftertaste is very harsh and lingering. It kind of tastes like vegetal. It tastes like the skin of bell peppers if you didn't wash them. Like very green and tastes like vegetables, like low quality vegetables. Not like something sweet, maybe like a carrot. It tastes like the skin of dirty vegetables. Because once again, you get kind of this it's very much tastes like vegetables, and then at the end you get this burnt bitter taste that kind of coats your mouth and stays there. I would say it's actually better than the Maxwell House at this point. They're both bad. I wouldn't drink either of them on a regular basis. I wouldn't drink either of them, period. I drink water and tough it out. This is disgusting. But it is actually better than the Maxwell House. I get gun to my head. I had to drink one of them. Right now I drink the Folgers. But it's still not good. Like I said, very vegetal. And then it stays in your mouth. All these coffees I find, they just coat your mouth and it just stays there, this unpleasant taste. I don't know if most coffee does this and I'm just normally not susceptible to it because maybe it's a more pleasant taste. But these coffees are really quite bad. Yeah, that's it. No more for me. But it's better, very moderately better than the Maxwell House. All right, let's see if Nabob is respecting the bean. Last but not least, we have the Nabob 1896 Tradition medium roast. It's a 6 on the level of body and an acidity level of 7. It says it's balanced, lively, and full of citrus. And it says more than 60% of this coffee is Rainforest Alliance certified. So that's the first certification on any of these coffees I've seen. So that's pretty good. All right, here we go. So it does look substantially lighter. I'm not sure if the camera's really going to show it, but it looks substantially lighter than the first two. It still smells kind of funky. It smells similar to the Folgers in the sense that it smells like vegetables, like cooked vegetables. It doesn't smell very pleasant. I'm not excited to try this. But it doesn't smell as bad. By far the worst smell was that Maxwell House was brutal. This one doesn't smell as burnt, although when I was putting it in the V60, it looked pretty burnt. All right. Let's see what we taste. So this is interesting. So it's actually very mild. It doesn't taste. There's not a lot going on. It's actually substantially better than the other two. It's a big improvement. It's a lot smoother. Still kind of coats your mouth and leaves a lot of unpleasant flavors. Mainly just bitter tones, and it does have an overall bitterness to it that isn't exactly pleasant. But compared to what I've just drank, it's actually tasting a lot better. It's more smooth, more complete. However, I'm not really getting any of the citrus or it talked about body on here. The palate feel is very light. It feels its consistency is very similar to drinking water. I'm not dealing with a big body coffee where it feels like you're drinking oil or heavy cream. It's very light on the palate, and the acidity though I'm not really getting. I'm not getting any of the pleasant acidity that I like to get out of. Usually big African coffees have beautiful acidity. For example, like Yirgacheffe from Ethiopia or Kenyan coffees are usually full of beautiful, fresh, juicy acidity. This coffee is not there at all. It's kind of just very plain and bitter. It's not awful. It's not good either. No one's gonna go out of their way to drink a cup of coffee like this. But it's definitely not bad. And I was the most expensive out of the three that I bought. Now, that's not to say that we can say that grocery store coffee is determined by price as far as quality, but there's obviously a correlation because the Maxwell House was by far the cheapest and by far the worst. The Folgers was also super cheap and a bit of an improvement, and the Nabob was a bit more expensive, still extremely cheap in the world of specialty coffee. But it's the best. It's not good, but it's the best of the worst. So I don't get to buy mass-produced coffee very often and try it. So this was fun to make this kind of remind me why we're doing what we're doing and kind of just the difference between something that's mass-produced and something that someone's really taking a lot of time and care with. So it was fun making this. Overall, the Maxwell House was so painfully bad. I can't imagine feeding that to my worst enemy. The Folgers was slightly less bad, but still extremely bad. And I mean, in dire circumstances, maybe you would drink this. And the Nabob was actually a lot better, and it at least has a best before date on it. None of these coffees had a roasted date or anything like that. So the Nabob was the best of the worst. Yeah, that's all I can say. It was the best of a bad situation. I wouldn't recommend this coffee. I wouldn't drink this coffee. But if you're at the grocery store and you have to buy some coffee, this Nabob 1896 tradition was the best of a bad situation. So there you have it. There's my grocery store coffee review. More reviews coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. Leave comments below. Let me know where we can improve, what you'd like to see more of, what you'd like to see less of. And until next time, stay beautiful.